Again, my GoPro stopped recording. I don't know why. But I've actually been out here for a bit. I got all the grinding done. So, now I'm just trying to clean up this area a little bit before I start actually painting. Make sure I get this all cleaned off so that we don't get any rusting real quick. Looks good, looks good. Yep. I know you guys can't really see me, but I'm just wiping this down real quick. So that it is clean, so I can actually prime this. You know what I'm saying? Whew, okay, wow, I'm actually kind of getting hungry. I might need to go grab me some lunch soon. So, I've ground all of this and I've sanded it. So it is ready to be painted pretty much. Well primed, then filler so it's nice and smooth, and then painted again. Oh, then on in here has been ground down. It hasn't been cleaned yet. I'm still working on cleaning this little lip here. Then primer, body filler to fill in just these small little cracks, you know, every once in a while where it obviously just fucking didn't weld well because of this freaking $70 welder, where however much it was. So yeah, just gonna do some cleaning. Then I will start priming. And then, so obviously primer, body filler, and then amazing duplicolor, perfect match. And I don't know where the paint code is. Oh, it's up here. Oh, you can't really see it. It's not focusing very well, but come on, focus please. Well, that says Dark Toreador, which is the paint code for this truck. So that's nice. I got that from Advanced. So, you know. Oh, very nice, very nice. Exact paint code. So that's pretty sweet. All right, I'm gonna keep going with it. Probably get the primer down, go eat something, let that dry, because I don't know how long this takes to dry, but I mean, it's Rust-Oleum. So, dry and recoat. 2 to 4 hours before dry sanding. Easy. I'll wait about 3, which will put me at, my watch is dead, cool, which will put me at around 4 o'clock, 5 if I don't get going in the next few minutes, but I think I will. Then body filler, this should cure pretty quickly. Alright, it doesn't say. Or maybe it does say and I'm just not looking in the right spot. But, yep, get going on this and we are wrapping up pretty well. So let's get on into it and stop wasting time. Okay, so primer is on and it's actually already looking better. I mean, you can still kind of see where the weld spots are, but that's all right because, you know, that's what the body filler is for. And got it all painted up in the creases. I did get a little overspray on the door, but that's not that big of a deal. And all the way down the kicker panels. So now we just gotta wait for this to dry. I'm pretty sure even like right here where this is like the first spot I sprayed right here. I'm pretty sure this is already like tacky, like not dry, but tacky dry, you know, to where you could touch it and it wouldn't like, oh my God, it's still wet, but whatever. I'm gonna go in, get some food, get a drink, and come back out, and I'll give it an hour and see what it looks like an hour, and then throw wherever it is, the body filler on, and then we will be able to let that dry and put some regular primer on there. Not going to use the high fill primer like this. I'm just going to use some regular primer that we have back there. Let that dry, and then put this bad boy on, and we'll be good to go. Well, we'll be good to go wash my truck. And then I'm gonna, if I have time, which I think I will, I'm gonna put some of this, which sounds like, I mean, I might need to get more. I'm gonna put this on the frame pretty much everywhere I can get to right now, which is everywhere. So, oh, let's get fed. I'm hungry. Ooh, okay, so I am back out here. Got my lunch. I let the primer dry. As you can see, nice and dry. So we are ready to sand a little bit. So we got to sand this up a little bit before we put any of the putty on. Then we can throw the putty on, you know, where these little holes are and where this seam is right here. Throw the putty on there. And after that dries, which I still haven't figured out how long that dry time is, but I'll read into it here in a little bit. Once we do that, we can re-primer it, make sure it looks good, then sand the primer down a little bit, and then throw a coat of this on. Now, we'll probably take 2 coats, I'm thinking, for that, and then get some really, really fine sandpaper and go over that. Like, when I say really fine, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure we have some 500 or so grit in here somewhere. Yeah, here's some 1500 B grit. So that is some very, very fine sandpaper, and that is probably what I will use for the actual paint when we put it on. And this dry time says, if I read this, well, okay, whatever, I'll figure it out. But yeah, so let's get going with a little bit of sanding, and then we will start putting on some of this putty, body filler, and then we'll let that dry, do a little bit of sanding there, put some primer on it, and then paint. So let's go. We have the body filler on, and I've already done a little bit of sanding here on the back corner. So you see I sanded that down, so it is nice and straight. I don't know, you might be able to tell, but there's just a little bit right here where that seam was. So I'm gonna start working on here. I had to wait because my air compressor is ass, but I'm gonna start just going down the line, on across. And here is where I'm going to try to blend this seam that's right here into here. And hopefully it works out well. So once I do this, it'll already be roughed up enough that I can prime this and then paint it. So we're moving right along, and let's get after it. We got all of the putty sanded down pretty good. And I actually did change my mind. I'm going to cover this again with this high fill. And that way, when I actually go to paint this, any imperfections in here, they should be pretty much non-existent. So I did get this right here to blend pretty well both ways. So it's time to start priming again, so I can then put the actual paint onto the truck. I have the first coat of paint on, and I'm gonna have to throw a second coat on, maybe even 3, because I got a little bit of drippage there, and a little bit here, and a little bit there. So I have to touch up in some spots, but overall it looks good. I mean, as you can see, it's all right. It's all right. You know what I mean? And that is fine with me. I'm definitely gonna have to open up the garage door though, because wow, it is very much fumey in here. Just open this bad boy. Let's say up to there. That'll do it. And that should let some of the fumes out, and I can continue on going with this in about, let's see, I'd say 5 minutes. 5 minutes I can start on the second coat, starting from the same spot that I started, which was back here, and continue on from there, kind of bring it on around, and then do under here, and we'll get this bad boy done. And then, I don't know, I might go and wash my truck after this. I mean, I probably will actually, because it's not too late and it needs to be done. So, let's get it done, I guess. Second coat is on. I gotta talk fast and move fast because I need to get another can of paint in about 10 minutes. So let's go get that. How about it? Phone, wallet, which is upstairs. Shit. Okay, let's do it. Got some more paint. I threw on the third coat. So done with that. Now I just gotta wait about 20 more minutes, and then I can start applying this clear coat. That is, again, 3 coats. Well, 2 to 3 light coats, and then 1 heavier coat. Make sure you stay away from bleeding, obviously. And that should gloss it up a little bit more, as you can see. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Let me grab a flashlight real quick. I literally just had this flashlight. I don't know where the hell I put it. In my pocket? In my pocket. Okay, as you can see with the light, you can see that's kind of dull, and up here it's glossier. Now one part of that is I will have to wax this after about a month of it being on, but also that gloss clear coat right here, that will help it a lot to match better. So oh, excuse me, once I'm done doing that, I just gotta let it dry for a while. So I probably won't be taking my truck to get washed today, but tomorrow I probably will, because it will be nice and dry by then. So yeah, but it looks good. It's nice and even. It's even all the way across. And obviously I still gotta wet sand this. So once I put on the clear coat, I'll be wet sanding, and then it will be good to go. So overall, I mean, I'll half shut the doors because I don't want to get any contact on the wet paint. But overall, she looks pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, guys, this makes me really happy. Like very, very happy. So we got first coat of primer on. So we just gotta wait 10 minutes to put the second coat on, and it's already looking better as far as glossiness. I am excited for sure. For sure. It looks pretty good for an amateur, very, 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 very amateur fabrication guy. You know, body work and fabrication is not my thing. I can tear apart a small block Chevy in about a New York minute, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, not experienced at all. I know how to kind of paint. I know how to kind of weld. So I'm happy with it. And I'm getting excited for it to, well, honestly be over. That sounds kind of like, oh wow, you don't like doing this stuff. Yeah, I mean, to a point, yes, you're right. I don't like doing this stuff. But at the same time, all of it's fun. All this type of stuff is fun. Like, honestly, the best part about it is, first off, if I can make this thing zoom. Okay, I can't. But just look at the difference between this side of the truck, okay, and this side of the truck. Let me move the... Look at that. Look at the difference. Oh, that is so good. So good. So hell yeah. We're getting her done. We're getting her done with what we had. And what we had was a $70 Harbor Freight welder and $10 spray cans of factory color paint and clear coat. So doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Oh, the tape is off. So, I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I mean, you can obviously tell, but this hasn't been waxed or buffed or anything like that. So, here in about 2 days, so Saturday, before I leave to go back to school, I am going to be washing the truck, and then once I get back to school, thereafter a little bit, I will be buffing and waxing all of this, and I'll try to get, well, I mean, obviously, where you can see where the tape was, the tape line, I'll be trying to get that out, just so it looks a little bit better, but it looks pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Now, obviously, there's a little overspray and shit, but that will clean up, and it will look pretty good. Got some overspray over here. Not a big deal. Just do a little bit of cleaning. And it will be good to go. And obviously, we still have the driver's side to do. But I'm not doing that right now. I'll find another time to do it. I'll probably load it all up. And bring it to pit with me. Or just leave it here and wait for a good time to do it here, which might be the best approach to it, you know. But good thing is we got one side done and it looks pretty good. Next up is this side, which will be kind of interesting because it has to be much cleaner. It has to, well, because it will obviously show this seam right here. Pretty obvious, and I don't want to show a seam, so we're gonna have to figure out something good to do with it. And yeah, looking good. So this will be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching me through this journey and all of the pain that I endured, you know. What else is there, man? I mean, yeah, just stay tuned, and obviously you'll see when I do the other side, or you'll see when I don't do the other side and I do something else. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Peace.